Would like to give some closing remarks to today's conference. First and foremost, I want to thank our interpreters that do an excellent job. They do such an intense job that I know sometimes is not a profession that is recognized. Maya this morning when she was talking about professions that are being included in the census, I think the interpreter is one of them that have increased, particularly because of this growth of immigrants. As words of closing, I would like to say that agriculture and the appreciation for what the land represents has directly connected me to my grandfather, my son, and me during more than 100 years. All of us, we belong to a community that is much greater, that to a certain degree includes the universe. However, many of us, we live a life thinking that we belong to a separate community, that what we see next to us is our neighborhood. Even like this, we are contributing in some way to a greater community and we don't realize it. I think that the agriculture, the conservation, and natural resources do remind us this. When I was a university student, before of my experience um, during um, the internship, I see the community, the school as the absolutes. That was my own community. When something tragic happened, to a certain degree, I lost a sense of belonging to something because my world was just that university, maybe that group of friends. After the apprenticeship, I learned, I met a new culture, a greater culture. I grew up more. I didn't feel so alone. And this world becomes more and more, and I live this. And I think this is what represents our effort in mano-Y-ola. It's a connection to a bigger world, not a separate world, and we feel responsible so that the farming community, together to the holistic natu- uh, natural resources, embraces the whole humanity, all nations, and through time, from the past to the future. So that's why I'm always connected with my grandparents and my parents, because they passed this tradition on me. So understanding our work that we have today, our friends, our co-workers, our legacy is to accept this reality that we're living in a greater community. This feeling of community is the biggest index, the key index to consider if we can achieve a greater level of happiness. Many neighbor Hispanics resi- that live here, we have the purpose to leave this greater home that we live in better than how we found it. And I want to be a part of that. So thank you for joining us on our fourth Hispanic Farmer and Agricultural Professional Symposium. We're celebrating our heritage. Thank you to every participant, to our speakers, and to organizers. I know saying thank you is what I can do now, but I saw all the effort, and I'll see you next year. Goodbye.